Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Tuesday, November 17th, 2015. Traders coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, cool, absolutely gorgeous in Thailand at this time of year, I have to say. Loving it. Traders, remember this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, if you would, please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, got a lot to talk about, got some data, got a lot of data coming out today, so it's going to be quite a hectic day in the trading markets. So let's get moving. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series that we do every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I will tell you that I do record this during the Asia session. So we're about, well, I would say 12 candles before London. So if you're opening your charts or looking at this video at London Open, you can go back 12 candles, and that's where I started this presentation. Traders, I started trading in 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida in the United States. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my retirement. Well, traders, I'm in my 8th year and I'm still here in Asia and absolutely loving the time zone is great, the people are great, the food is great. I really have no complaints. Just living life to the fullest, my friends, and that's what it's all about, trading and living life. So what I look for is I look for opportunities and probabilities. So when we look at the win-loss column, that I have more wins than I have losses. How do I do that? Well, one is I always check my fundamentals. I want to know what's coming out for the trading session I'm trading, and I trade all 3 sessions. And I want to know what is important and what I need to be alert to at that time of my trading day so I can protect my positions if I'm in any of those positions at that time. So it's basically get in there, do your thing, and protect yourself. And that's what it's all about. I'm a technician though. I really use charts. I'm a big chart person. I'm looking for a price action. I'm looking for price structure. I'm looking for support. I'm looking for resistance. I use harmonics. If I can get a pattern up, I will use harmonics to help me along. And I use my Fibonacci tool like crazy. Now, people say, well, why do you use Fibonacci so much? Because everybody else is using Fibonacci. And they're seeing the same thing I am. So I just want a little bit of the stream going, right? I don't need the whole stream. I just need a little bit of the stream. I just want a little bit of the market. I don't want the whole market. So in order to do that, I need to be in the trend or doing the same thing other traders are doing and what they're looking at. That's so important that we see what other traders are doing. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get over to the legal stuff. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head on over to news and commentary. Let's look at the indices. Looks like the U.S. finally had an up day yesterday. The Dow 30 was up 1.38%. The S&P 500 was up 1.49%. The NASDAQ was positive 1.15%. And the small cap 2000 was positive 0.92%. Nice. Like to see that green. Let's head on over to the Eurozone where the DAX closed positive barely at 0.05%. The FTSE closed positive 0.46%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed just barely in the blue-red at negative 0.08%. And the Eurostoxx 50 closed positive 0.05%. All right. Let's take a look at Asia. Now, remember, these countries are currently trading as the Asian markets are open. The Nikkei 225 is up 1.33%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is up 1.18%. The China A50 is positive 1.37%. And the Hang Seng is in the red, negative 0.42%, with the Kospi doing very well in the green at 1.06%. So that's what's going on with our indices around the globe. Let's take a look at our economic calendar. Like I said, we do have a full day today. In about 10 minutes, we're going to see inflation expectations out of New Zealand. And then we don't get anything until we are actually almost 90 minutes into the European session. We have a slew of pound data. We have CPI year on year, we have PPI month on month, and then we have PPI year on year. So quite a busy there. In the Eurozone, and out of the Euro, we have the German Zoo economic sentiment. And then in the US session, we have CPI month on month, core CPI month on month. And then we have GDT price index out of New Zealand late in our day. If I can just get my calendar to scroll down here. And then out of Canada, we have manufacturing sales month on month, which is an impact. 24 hours from now, we have monetary policy meeting minutes coming out of Australia, and that's what's going to be happening in Asia session tomorrow, like I said, 24 hours from now. So we do have quite a bit going on in our economic calendar commentary. Really liked our trade plans yesterday. I would say 4 out of 6 of them worked absolutely perfectly and just really, really nice. I apologize for the noise outside. However, they're building 4 condos at one time and they're noisy. All right. I really don't have much commentary other than I think it's going to be a great trading day. I think we got a lot to look forward to, and just protect yourself. Keep an eye on your economic calendar. If you do have a live trading news feed, keep the volume up so you know what's going on at all times of the day. All right, let's head on over to the euro dollar. Remember, these are 30-minute charts. This trade worked out perfectly yesterday. Absolutely beautiful. This is a very simple trade plan, folks. We just need us to pull back to the 38.2, which is at 1.0708, and we'll sell this with a bearish candlestick formation, and we're going to sell it down at 1.0677. Folks, if it passes that level and continues down, we'll just trail it to the downside. But this really looks like a nice way to go here. We just need this to pull back, which it has 6 hours to go before the London Open, so it has plenty of time to get in there. All right, let's take a look at the pound. The pound's at a very interesting spot. It's really in a great spot to enter, to be honest with you. It's just below the 200 exponential moving average. So we're looking to get in this at 1.15195. I do see that resistance at the S3 pivot. Really not too concerned about it. I placed a support line on the charts, and that was because of price action that was left of the chart. And I'm looking to take profit at 1.5139. This could be a very nice 35 pip trade. We just need to work it, and but this looks really nice. I'll tell you what, if this gives me a second candle to the downside, traders, I don't know, I might get in this a little early today, probably in the Asia session. I'm really liking this trade. This trade looks really well. Also, our Aussie dollar worked very well yesterday. Let's take a look at that. And we're in a perfect spot here to just take this to the downside. You know, you had your doji, you know, indecision. Now all of a sudden we have a decision candle. We just want to sell this. Now it's where do you want to get in it? So I'm looking for an entry right now. I'm ready to enter it, to be honest with you. It's very possible after I finish this video and get it up into YouTube that I will enter this and I'll see where price is currently at. But I only want to sell the Aussie dollar, right? And there's no Aussie news that's going to come out, so there's nothing that's going to affect this per se. All data affects the Aussie dollar, but I don't see anything that's going to really rattle the cage here. And the dollar at the moment is strong, so let's take advantage of that. So this looks like a great trade just to hop on in there and take this to the downside. I do see we have a little support line there, and I'm not really too worried about it. Left of the chart, it's a wide open space, so it looks like a really nice trade. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie, I just need this to pull back up to this R1 pivot at 1.5109. You know what? If you get to 50.95 or somewhere out there, 50.90, you know, that's a good price to get in. Realize you're going to get a bounce at this daily pivot point. That's pretty messy there if you look left of the chart. And we want to take profit at 50.39. You know, this is a small trade. It's only a 30-pip trade. This pair moves 100 pips a day most of the time, folks. So when it gets in its mode, it really does its thing. The question is this going to pull back, right? So this is what I'm watching, and this is going to need to be watched pretty closely as we get closer into the London session open. I'm not willing to jump in this now. However, I'm willing to jump in it probably 2 hours before the London Open if we're still below the daily pivot and we're still seeing red candles. And we'll just take it down. I'd much rather get the pullback and really get this moving. And if I do take it where it's currently at 50.39, I'd be looking to take profit at the S2 pivot, which is at 49.75. So that, you know, that gives us some more pips there. So, you know, just have to watch this one and work it. That's the way to do this Euro Aussie. But yesterday, again, this trade worked very well. Let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Euro Yen worked yesterday, but was a little sloppy. Not liking where price is right now. We're at a really heavy support. It has closed the gap. You know, I really want to see a pullback up here to the 131.91, which is a 200 exponential moving average. I really don't want to sell this from here. This would have to break the daily pivot point, retest it, and then give me a bearish candlestick formation, and I'll take it down to the S1 pivot at 130.77. But I'd rather see a pullback. I don't know. I just don't want to sell this here. This just doesn't look. I don't know. There's something in my gut saying this is not the place to do that. This is gonna do something, and so I'll wait for about 2 hours before the London Open, and then we'll see what we got going there. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar traded absolutely beautifully yesterday. Actually hit our take profit almost to the pip yesterday. Really nice. So now we're down here and we're at support, right? So we need a pullback, and I placed a horizontal line there at 0.6493. We need a pullback. We need this to pull back, or it's going to break this, but I don't think so, not with that candle with that big wick on it. I need this to pull back and then enter the candle and then enter the trade. If this just continues to go and it gets to that S1 pivot at 64, what is that, 55? I'd like to see like a retest or some sort of confirmation before I enter this. Listen, all I want to do is sell the New Zealand dollar. Like, I don't want to do anything else other than sell the New Zealand dollar. I have no intentions of buying the New Zealand dollar. So this continues to drop, and now we're below this, below the 0650 area, which is significant in my book. You know, so we're at 64.70, and so yeah, we're just gonna have to watch this. But I'm bearish in this. No matter what we do, we have to remember that we're bearish in this trade, and we just want to sell it. Okay. All right, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. Full day of data and news and stuff like that. So just be alert today, traders. But I think we have some really nice trade plans for today. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining us today on a Tuesday, November 17th, 2015. Traders, please visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Take care, traders, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. See you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.